While I was at one of my family reunions, I met a long distance, I guess she was my cousins. Most of us were cousins growing up. She gave me that kind of look, the kind of look that 11, 12-year-old gets. And, he thinks that, I thought, well, I could go over there and see her. So I get on old Trigger. That's the one that got hit with a train and lived. So I get on old Trigger, and I go over to, Dunlow. I ride over the mountains. It's probably 6 or 8 miles away. And I ride Trigger. I got to go over 2 or 3 mountains, up a couple of dirt roads. And halfway there, I go to see her, and halfway there, I see some smoke coming up. That was back in Dingus. I mean, that was way back in the woods. And I see smoke coming up, and I look around, and there's old Luke Simpkins, and there's a bunch of jugs around, and there was white light. So I took me a drink. There wasn't nobody there, and I went on over to see Yvonne. And I saw Yvonne, and that's when I got my first kiss. And we had something called a French kiss, and we made out for a while. And I got on old Trigger and rode him back home. And I said, well, let me stop back up here to Luke's again and get me another shot of that moonshine. I was feeling funky and feisty then. So I go back there, and I started drinking that moonshine, and Luke's little son was there, Okie. So me and Okie commenced to drinking, and I even give Trigger a little bit of moonshine. He didn't like it. He bit me almost. He turned around and bit me. And we drank way too much moonshine. Mama told me not to go over there and see Yvonne, but I was gone all day. She couldn't find me nowhere up in the pasture. And I got home. I was drunk. I got 3 whoopings that day. One for going to see Yvonne, which ended up being my ex-wife. I married her eventually. One for coming home drunk. And the last whipping I got was by Daddy for not bringing any moonshine home with me. Come on.